Well, here I am. And there you are. Thanks for clicking on the video and watching so far. I'm going to get started with some lighters. I haven't made full-length videos in a while. I've been doing shorts just because of the way the internet has been acting this winter. It's been very bad. Now that things are clearing up, I'll get back to making videos where I'll talk and not ramble, hopefully, on these. But let's get started on these lighters. Now, I got these from Mike and John on the January House auction. They're here on YouTube. They have an auction every Sunday, unless there's holidays or something where they don't have it or they go on vacation. But go to that channel, like and subscribe, because you're going to find some cool stuff. If you like lighters, if you like matchbooks, anything vintage collectible, they're going to come up with or have it all ready to bring to auction. They could fill your want list for it. Anything you're looking for, tell them. They have a good chance on coming up with it. I've gotten some really good items over the years with those two, and I'm very satisfied 100% of the time with what I buy. So let's get into these and take a look at what we got. Now we got one here that's a coronet. I'm sorry for the glare. I've got bad lighting in the area I'm in right now. So, inscribed David. Now, selling this isn't an issue. Finding a person named David who wants a vintage lighter of this type is a little more difficult. So I'm going to put this in my box of projects, and I'm going to take the engraving off it without ruining the detail around it, and I'm going to re-nickel it. So it's taking it apart. I might start doing videos of those later on as I get more workspace available to film where I am and not have noxious fumes. I usually leave the garage when I'm doing that and ventilate it. I don't like staying inside when I'm re-nickeling something. But I can do that. It'll look good as new. Or I might just fill that in with some solder and put an emblem over it and just sell it as something that I made, and instead of coming that way and not deceiving anybody. We have some, and this is the fluid type, liquid fuel. And this is a butane lighter, which will be the gas. And I know it's kind of liquid form in a way, but I'm not going to get into science right now. But this is a Colonial monoflame made in Japan. It's probably from the 60s as well. Really nice design, really cool. Just needs a flint. But what I found and polished the case, some of the gold plating will probably come off. But I'm fine. Sorry, I left my hand there. But underneath that little screw is the port where you fill the butane. And I've had bad luck with butane lighters, used ones without going through and making sure everything's good first. I've had them combust in my hands and flamethrower out top and bottom, and just scary stuff. So I'm going to take out the little port on the bottom here, take it out, the unscrew, put a new O-ring on it, make sure everything's clean, make sure it's sealing up good. A little test chamber I made to try them out with now, and that'll be up and going pretty soon. I'm not going to just try it cold. I got this other one here. It's a Barlow, and it's from Northern Telecom. It's a Canadian company. I'm not sure if they're out of business yet. I haven't looked it up yet, and I know they changed names several times. But that's a Barlow. Really clean. I don't know if that'll hold any. I'm going to try that out. I might just try it out. But it needs a good cleaning on top there because it's been used. Not harshly, but it's been used. And just want to make sure everything's working good so I don't have a bomb on my hands there. This one here is an Evans, made in USA. It's a solid block aluminum lighter. It's been used. Pretty good. You can see it's dirty. I'm going to clean that up, make sure everything's working good there. Fill it up and see if I can do it. The wheel's pretty good. Need a flint. And that's one there. Now I've got, switch up to here. This is my second lot of these two. You can look here. It's a air transport wing. The H is for heavy. So it's heavy transport. So it's a big aircraft. And you can see the unit number there. That unit was activated in 1948 to remove excess equipment from Japan and the Pacific Theater back to the United States, and then used during the Korean War to they flew supplies and equipment to Korea. But this is from 1957, I believe. And these were Christmas gifts from commanding officers to their crews and staff. You can see on the back here, it's find a camera. Engraved Merry Christmas 1957. Takekawa Air Base, Japan. This looks to have been never used. The flint's still nice. Not the flint. The wick is still nice. No signs of use. It's a little dirty. Someone may have struck it. The only issue with this is the wheel doesn't turn. But that's a common problem for lighters that have been setting for years. It oxidizes and gets stuck. Very simple fix. Has nothing to do with the value. That's less than a minute to fix it, and we're good. That's a good one. Has the original box. I repaired some tears on the outside of the box. And good as new again. That's staying in my collection. Sorry for fumbling. That's that one. Now I've got a Penguin brand, which is a very desirable lighter other than Zippo. And it's the same airbase, but it's for the Airman's Open Mess. Merry Christmas, 1956. Got some scratches and things, but that's okay. The mechanism works fine. You got Mount Fuji there with some mums. You see it works good. Everything's good there. Nice with the box. That stays in my collection, really. So the military. Now, for the final one, I'll explain this a little bit as I'm putting it up here. So trench lighter, if you know lighters, trench, they were usually made by companies. You get some rare ones that you can find that are made by actual troops while they were not setting into trenches, but, maybe behind the lines or in a hospital convalescing and things like that. Trench warfare was difficult and very violent, so I don't think they had very much time to actually sit and make something in a trench. If they did, okay, great. But from my knowledge and from what I've heard from actual veterans is, people made them, POWs made them, things like that for money. Excuse me, I'm starting to lose my voice. But anyways, it's just missing one little part, and it's not a hard fix, and it's commonly missed. It's a little brass wire that'll run from here to the other side. It has a matching hole, goes to that loop right there, and that just causes this part to go up and down as you manipulate the lighter to light it. It came with that tied on a thread. I couldn't figure out what that was. I had to sit and look at it for a moment, but I figured out that it was a pipe bowl cleaner. Now, not necessarily used at the same time, but somebody did light a pipe or extensively if they were to tie it on there, or maybe had it with a chain. I'm going to replace it with a period chain and just leave it together because it came together. And display it like that. But, soldiers had a preference of either cigarettes or pipes, and either or is fair to say that were used. Not while they were fighting in combat and running around with a pipe in their mouth or having an old home week moment on the front lines there. But nevertheless, they did. But how I got this, I didn't buy it, and it was the free gift given as a mystery prize. See, when Mike and John have an auction, they when you win a lot, they'll write your name on a little sticky note, toss your name into a hat, and continue with the auction, so forth. And people win. You go in, maybe 30 people in an auction, 25 people win something. Sometimes people win multiple lots, so your name goes in one. Oh, I'm stuttering. Feel like Elmer Fudd here. It goes in with 1 note per piece. And now you've messed it up. But so you win a lot, you get your name in a hat. Doesn't matter if you win 1 or 20, you still get your name in the hat with each lot that you win. Sometimes if you win multiple items, like if you win 3 items, they'll put your name in 3 times. Greater chances to win. The more you buy, the better chance it will be to win. Now, it's not a cheap little thing that they give away with mystery prizes. It's good quality items. Okay, I could tell you a long story about someone I bought something from, and their mystery prize was a DVD that smelled like cat urine and had cigarette ashes all over it. So I don't want that stuff near the stuff I collect. So I never bought from them again. I stopped watching anything to do with them. When I buy items, I like it smell free. As much as possible. I know old things pick up odors, but not that. And it's actually a pretty funny story. I'll tell it sometime. But anyways, this was actually part of a lot. Excuse me. Part of a lot that I wanted, but my internet had locked up and I didn't have a chance to bid on it. So afterwards, I sent them a message saying, hey, if that's still available, I'd like to buy it. And I was told it wasn't available. And here it is, lo and behold, in my mystery prize. And they didn't have to do that. They could have sold that maybe $15, $20, on eBay or, at another auction. But they gave it to me, and I'm very appreciative of it. And thank you very much, John. That was very, very kind to include that. And that's what they do with all their stuff. And that's why people keep going back and buying from them. That's why I'm endorsing them. 100% Bear Flag Mercantile approved sellers. Not that means anything to anybody, but some people it does because they buy from me quite a bit. Now, this isn't for sale. That's going in my collection because I collect military-related Zippos and other lighters. They don't have to be Zippos. I've got 2 or 3 of these, by the way, that I got from Mike and John. So, I think I already explained what that brush was, just in case I didn't, just to repeat that real quick. It's for cleaning a pipe bowl, and it's on there. I'm going to replace it with some vintage brass chain that I have, and I'm going to fix that little part that's missing up here. It goes through there to the other side. I'm going to fix that, and it's going to be in my collection, and hopefully for years to come. My kids will want it someday. If not, well, they can do what they want with it. Sell it, give it away. It's up to them. But it's going to be a long time yet, so I'm going to enjoy it. So anyways, I wanted to show these lighters, and I wanted to make sure and mention Mike and John, and especially John for bringing the lighters. And I bought some matchbooks from him. I put on a short also. And, I've been doing some shorts. Again, I've been dusting my bottle collection. So I do have a couple on there. I have one really good. Mike and John, if you're watching this, go check out the short. That's the Quack Medicine bottles and Apothecary. Not the one in the boat container, but the one on a shelf with the skull in the background. Those are the type of medicine bottles that I collect and really like. You'll see a couple small opium bottles on there that I'm always looking for. But check out my other videos. And if it's your first time watching, like and subscribe, please. I appreciate everyone who subscribes and likes my videos. Share them if you want. I have some other stuff coming up. I got a lot of things planned now, and it's nicer. And I can switch some filming locations to outdoors as long as my dogs are quiet. But good things coming up. I want to grow my channel as much as possible. I want to get the word out there that I'm out. I'm a reseller now again, full-time. Instead of a hobby, it's full-time now, just because I have some projects I want to fund. But anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time. This is Bear Flag Mercantile signing off.